Todd and Erin morning stream on GetPartDaily.com. Good morning. Good morning. I am sick. Woke up this morning, sore throat. Our daughter, she coughed in your face, and I got sick.
That's pretty much the given, yeah. Have you ever noticed that when kids are sick, they want to run to you so they can share it with you, like they want to throw up on you? When it's the
and they like climb you like a tree just to get closer to your mucous membranes.
I just want to make sure I'm right in your face when it happens.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that.
All right. This is going to be pretty cool.
Ask me why I'm doing this.
Why are you doing that, baby?
Because my grandmother did.
You're sticking your
Boogers.
tissue up your sleeve.
Yeah. Didn't anybody you know do that?
No.
And then my grandma would come at me to hug me, and you were like, whoa, whoa.
One arm, Nana, one arm. All right, this is going to be a really good morning. Katy Perry did the coolest thing on stage. It's going to give you all the feels. LDS mission calls have taken a terrifying new twist.
It's coming up like really soon here.
Yeah, but first of all, why don't we go to, of course, are we going to the Morning Mountain Camp?
Let's see if we are, shall we?
Are we? We are, and it's brought to you by Brio Technologies.
It's all sparkly.
You're experts in light and sound. And really, should we just call this the Morning Dark Cam? Because
I like the sparkly cam.
We're getting lights.
It's like someone dumped glitter on the city. What city is that?
Did you really just say that out loud?
Yes.
Thanks, Grant. That was beautiful. Okay.
Grant.
I just don't want to be Amanda. That's all.
Grant.
I love her. I love her so very much.
You were talking about
I actually really do love her dearly.
We both do.
And the trouble is, somebody actually criticized her to us once and said, she's so bubbly and fake. And I went, no, that's actually her personality.
That's who she is.
She's like a genuinely happy, joyful person.
When
I recognize in this world, nobody really is, but that is actually Amanda.
Sometimes you just want to find a big mud puddle and push her right in it.
No, she's beautiful.
She is beautiful.
She would levitate above it in her awesomeness.
She's a good hugger, too.
She's adorable. Okay, now we've moved on from that. Let's go to totally random things that want to kill you. Oh, it's like we're the TV news during Sweeps Week.
Plus,
and the ominous headlines, things that want to kill you at 10.
It's not Grant, it's Brian now.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, sorry.
I guess I haven't been listening for a while. Sorry.
Stop what you're doing right now. I want you to think about the Halloween candy you have in your home. It's out to kill you. And no, it's not razor blades.
Well, we knew that, but I figured that was just through diabetes. There's something else?
Yes.
Right in front of you, baby.
Okay. It is. I can't see. I'm sick. There it is. Right in front of me. Black licorice.
I knew there was a reason I hated black licorice.
I hate black licorice.
love red licorice. I'll eat it all day, and so will Zoe. Black is unsightly.
The Twizzler stuff, it's not licorice. You know that, right?
It's shaped and formed like licorice, and I'm okay with that.
It's extruded. It's not even food.
I like extruded foods. That's why I like churros.
The black licorice, it's like hard candy that's cracked, and it's like really heavy-duty licorice, can actually change your heart rate if you eat too much of it.
Yeah, from disgust.
Potassium levels drop low. They're dropping lower. Even lower. And then if you stop, it'll come back. But potassium, this is like with licorice, though. This is
black licorice eats your potassium?
Eats your potassium up.
So you'd have to have black licorice and then a banana and keep going like that, I guess. But that's weird.
Oh, what a combo.
Right?
But this is the same.
Could it be nastier? I don't think so.
If you told me to don't eat spiders, I'd be like the same I am with licorice. Wasn't going to. Never
That's fine.
will.
It's not going to be a problem.
Never will.
I don't know if I know anybody who actually eats black licorice. Because like when you get the mixed bags, because it has all the different, like the tails and then the chunks in it and all those different things.
Right.
And everyone dips in. Nobody ever takes the black licorice. And then the last person is left with all the black stuff, and they're like, I'm just going to not eat any licorice. Because the red is delicious.
They try to fool you, and they did that with good and...
No!
He would poison himself.
Come here.
Come here, Daisy.
Oh, let's all kneel. Let's all kneel.
Oh, that's right.
But then,
Okay.
But then we're too. Wait, are we too small? That
Daisy.
She's still shorter than us. You're gonna have to stand up and wheel kneel. How's that?
Not too close. I have a cold.
Okay, so explain this.
It's chaos.
Your husband Jay actually enjoys black licorice.
He loves it.
How could you have married him knowing this about him?
It's like licorice that's dead.
Right?
You know? Oh, who would do it?
And it's got like that unsightly taste where the
Yeah.
aftertaste is sort of like metallic.
Yeah. He's crazy.
And it's the hardcore stuff, right?
Will you
hardcore stuff.
Will you kiss him after he's ingested black
I
widow?
will. No. I'm going to get away
It
from
was
you.
my first major reservation about Jay. I was like, oh,
Right.
we had to have a big talk.
All right.
Deal
Very
breaker.
serious.
Daisy's going to come
Thanks,
back
Daisy.
with news, and then also we've got weekend fun coming up in a couple of minutes.
Oh, and this came from the...
She really is a petite flower. I just looked
She
at
is.
I looked at the monitor of all of us kneeling, and even kneeling, we still look like she's at the bottom of a well between us.
I shouldn't have gotten close to her. If she gets
You
sick,
can't help it because she's got that sweet
I
personality.
will put the whole show in danger.
You already have.
So anyway, the thing about licorice came from the FDA. Someone didn't make this up. Came from the FDA. It will change your heart rate. Plus, you're gross, and you're right. No one's going to cuddle up to you. You'll be
Jay.
Netflix and not chilling.
You heard it. She said that was her first major reservation about her husband.
Can I ask you a question really quick?
Yes, darling.
I always see on Facebook that men are big babies when they get sick. Am I one of those?
No, you're not a baby. You just sort of retreat sullenly into the bed, and it's like a cave, like a bear going in for winter.
Right.
And then you just reach out this sad little hand every now and then, and you take tissues, but you don't really ask anything.
Yeah.
Most guys are like, you have to bring me this because I'm sick. You have to give me this.
I don't know if
Go-"
that's true. I think
and,
that's
and you don't do that ever.
I think that's like a sitcom dad, right? That kind of
If
writing.
if I had to do it based on my knowledge of males, I would say it's true. My father, my brothers, all my boyfriends were all like that. All my male friends, except for you. You're just very you suffer nobly in silence. You're the guy who had a compound fracture and wanted to crawl into the house and said, "I just need a minute to catch my breath." You're very stoic. Unfortunately, probably too stoic.
Or was I after heart surgery?
You are very stoic.
Where they cracked my chest open.
No, and for anyone who's gone through
That hurts.
anyone who's gone through open heart surgery with someone they love and how inescapably terrifying it is, after this brutal experience and tubes sprouting from every portion of their body, that night the nurse will drag their bud out of bed and make them stand up. It is unimaginably painful. I was cringing the whole time, and I'm like, "You're doing fine, baby. Baby, you're doing just fine." And then, like, after they finally let poor Todd lie down again, I went in the bathroom and bawled because it's just horrible.
With a
And you
great-
did the same thing. You're like, "Just give me a minute to catch
3,
catch
2,
my
1, here
breath."
we go. And everything's dangling off of you because all the drainage, it's really gross. But the nurse did say something very comforting to Erin, who, it was nice that the nurse led her into ICU. And she said, Erin says, he's in so much pain. And I still remember, she says, he won't remember it.
No, you remember me telling you that afterwards because you really didn't. But you do remember being in agonizing pain, don't you?
Why don't you just poke me? Just slap me around.
Because he's not going to remember.
I'm not going to remember. You know.
I've tried to say it nice about him, like, but currently he's feeling it decisively. Perhaps we could assist him.
He won't.
But he won't remember. Yes. But, okay, we've totally gotten off track here. Let's go back. We were talking about LDS mission
missions.
calls.
I've never done this.
Now, well, this is
I know
epic.
This is weird. I have never been to a mission. What do they call it? A mission calling?
Well, you don't really go to a mission call. You go to, like, a farewell at the church, which is
I've
where the missionary will go,
s-
and they'll go to the meeting. You've been to a mission. You've been to a farewell before. We've gone to our nephews. You went to Kyle's, and you went to Riley's, I think. With
A
me.
lot of times they happen in people's houses.
No.
And they gather around.
Okay, so a mission call has become much more elaborate. This is where
Right.
you used to get a letter and you rip it up and go, "Oh, I'm going to Missouri."
Right.
Now they'll like videotape it, and all the friends will gather, and the parents, and everyone's like, like this, and then they'll open it up.
That's
really,
like a reveal.
Yeah, really
With
dramatic.
a baby,
Yeah.
boy or girl.
Pretty much, yeah. But except for there's a new twist now that's quite evil.
This is like so sad.
some
Here,
prank.
right here. This is where they're
okay.
doing it.
Some prankers have actually figured out a way. What they do now is they they upload all these videos to YouTube, so you get to know.
That's funny.
Well, a group of prankers have taken a couple of the church letters, like the
The
letterhead,
envelopes
and
and
it's
stuff.
always pretty much the same language.
Right.
Of, hey, you're going here,
Right.
and so they've taken them and then they photocopied them, and instead of the location, they've inserted things like Tatooine or Middle Earth or you're going to Asgard. So what will happen is they'll get it postmarked, and they'll give it to the mom or somebody.
Right.
And so this innocent guy or girl standing there like, "Let's open it," and so everyone's got the camera film, and they'll rip it open, and they'll go, "Congratulations, you're going to Midgard," and they're like, and it takes a minute, and then
It is
everyone.
Midgard.
well, in Thor, Midgard is in the 9 realms. Midgard is Earth.
Oh, just looking for a category.
And,
That's all.
you know, if you're going to Tatooine, then you're obviously in Star Wars. If you're going to Middle Earth, then you're obviously Lord of the Rings.
I'm just an idiot.
But the best part is the expression. If they're just sitting there dumbfounded, going, and you know, and for a minute you can see their brains going, "Is that like Eastern Europe?"
Yeah,
and
where is that?
And then everyone
Asia?
and then everyone busts out laughing and mocks them cruelly because you know it's fun because it's your child and you've just dashed all their hopes.
Plus,
and
you're
dreams.
not going to see him for 2 years.
So what do you care? And then you give them the real envelope. But it's pretty funny. I mean, they've gotten to the point now where it's like there's like a group that does it. And
Really?
they post all the pranks on like Facebook and on YouTube.
Really?
It's like ominous because they're really good at it now.
I think they're missing an opportunity.
So I'm just saying you need to be really careful before you open the letter.
I think they're missing an opportunity.
Tell me.
Well, I think that they take the fake envelope and the person opens it, and it says, your mission calls in Tahiti. And immediately they're thinking ocean, sand, palm trees, blowing, moving slightly in the ocean breeze. And then they get Des Moines. Now that's mean.
You know, one of our favorite friends and a boss of ours just actually got a call as a mission president, and we gave him crap for days.
Oh, my
going,
gosh.
"You're getting Central Idaho." I mean, even his kids were mocking him. As it turned out, he got Washington, D.C., and he's really cool.
Because
But
he's a really smart guy.
half the fun is torturing them beforehand, going, "Yeah, it's going to be somewhere really sucky.
Oh, my
You're getting
gosh.
Provo. They don't trust you. They're going to send you to Utah County."
I
mean,
always ask every time the missionaries come by or if they're in the store or whatever, I say hi, and I always ask them, "What'd you do wrong?" And they go, "What?" And I go, "You're in Salt Lake City, and
eyes on you
you're not from here. Someone sent you here.
because they don't trust you."
That's right. So no circle of trust yet."
Do you remember how evil Charlie was? Our neighbor Charlie was bishop of the ward, and Todd and I are LDS. So he used to send over the missionaries, and he would always pick the sister missionaries, and he was pure evil. He would do this like every 3 months without fail. He would make because they will go and do visits till like 9 o'clock at night.
Yes.
So it'd be like 8:30, you know, on a freezing cold winter night,
Charlie.
and you hear this knock, and these sister missionaries are standing, and I'm like, "Charlie said you didn't." And they went, "We can't confirm or deny that." I said, "Why don't you come in and
Can't
sit down?"
confirm or deny.
I said, "Come and sit on the couch, go into the kitchen and get something to eat, and go watch some TV. I've got to go finish the bathing with the kids." And so we'd all sit and talk till like 10:30, and then I'd drive him home. And every time I would throw a snowball at his window because it's just like, "You suck."
And then he used to sick the old missionaries on.
They're the worst because you can't even blow them off. You have to go, "Would you like to come in and sit down for a
Grandma.
minute?"
It's Granny.
Yeah, you may as well just like spit out your grandma. You have to let them in. It's just,
All right, so Katy Perry to the rescue.
this is the coolest thing ever. It makes me want to cry. Katy Perry does this at every one of her concerts, and I absolutely love her for this.
What'd
And
she do?
she really likes her fans. She's very good with them. She pulled this girl up on stage when she was at her Kansas City, Missouri tour, and her stepmother had just surprised Zoe with tickets. She's 12 years old, and she'd never been to a concert before. She got Katy freaking Perry.
Right.
And so they got someone, and someone went out and they grabbed her and they said, "Would you like to go up on stage?" And she's like, "No freaking way." 12 years old, shaking, goes up on stage.
What?
And here's where I love this girl, because she could have asked for anything. And Katy goes,
Right.
What if you could wish for something, what would it be?
What's your dream?
And the girl says, "I wish for my 17-year-old sister with autism to stop getting bullied by the kids at her school. I would die for her. I care about my sister so much that I would die for her." So Katy Perry, of course, immediately loses it, which I love her. They embrace on stage. Katy leads the audience in a big chant of "No more bullying. We don't do that." And she's going to go visit the sister at her school and give a mini concert.
Wow.
Triple bonus
Not a
points.
savage beating of the bullies behind
just-
the gymnasium.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. But just the fact that a 12-year-old said, "I care about my sister so much I would die for her."
There you go.
So anyway, okay, you get triple bonus points today, Katy. I adore it.
Great. Just the first part of the show. And
I know,
everybody's
I'm
tearing
already
up.
crying, so that's good. We're doing
By the
well.
way, doing this doesn't help.
I know, but it makes it look like you're trying to like dry the eyes, so that's good. All right,
Right.
let's go to Daisy. She's in the Gephardt Daily newsroom. She is brought to you by UtahCreditApproval.com. Bad things happen to good people, but that should not stop you from improving your credit and getting a reliable auto by calling 801-921-9819. Also by Columbus Travel. Columbus Travel has these epic last-minute deals. You can get all-inclusive vacations and amazing cruises for like literally a tenth of the price that you would find them online. Go take a look online, price it, and then go to Columbus Travel. You can get a newsletter every week at columbusvacations.com. Also by All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. John knows all of those mistakes and tragedies seem to happen at 2 o'clock in the morning. So wouldn't it be nice if you just had them come do a checkup now to make sure your furnace and your heating system's working? It's allutahplumbing.com. Daisy, my dear, what is going on today?
Thanks, Todd and Erin. Hello, everyone. Here's what's making headlines Thursday, November 2nd on GephartDaily.com. A Trax rider was killed Wednesday afternoon after he got off a train at the Murray Central Station and was hit by another train pulling in on an adjacent track. Investigators for the Utah Transit Authority said the victim, a man thought to be in his 20s, was looking at his cell phone and appeared to be wearing earbuds at the time of the accident. They say he appeared distracted and simply got too close to the tracks. His name is being withheld pending notification of family members. A probable cause statement released by Salt Lake County Sheriff's Office is shedding new light on the U of U shooting this week. According to the statement, confessed gunman Austin Butane admitted to shooting the victim on Red Butte Canyon Road with intentions of taking his vehicle. The statement also says that Butane admitted he fired 2 more rounds at a female witness as she ran away with the intent to kill her, so there were no witnesses. Butane also told police he escaped the area by crawling military style through the dense terrain until he reached the avenues. He then walked downtown to the Rio Grande area and ultimately to the main library, where he was recognized and captured without incident. He now faces an aggravated murder charge. And police are searching for 3 juveniles after a 16-year-old boy was shot in West Valley City. The shooting took place when the boy walked out his back door in the area of 2750 South Centerbrook Drive and exchanged words with 3 other juveniles. One of the teens pulled a gun and shot the 16-year-old. The bullet grazed his arm and he was transported to an area hospital for treatment. Anyone who has information on this incident is asked to call the West Valley City Police. And don't look now, but it's time for your Wasatch Front weather, brought to you again today and perhaps forever by our dynamite new sponsors at Brio Technologies, Utah's leading audiovisual experts. We'll have more mild temps heading into the weekend under partly cloudy skies. Our daytime highs will remain in the mid-60s, while nighttime lows will be in the 40s. There's an increasing chance of rain later in the weekend and early next week, so get your yayas while you can, because before you know it, it's going to be colder than a well-digger's butt. That's it for now. For more local headlines 24/7, go to
Thank you, Daisy.
GetHotDaily.com. Todd
Thank you very much.
back
All right,
to you.
so listen, if you have a presentation to make, you need to look good. I mean, it's so competitive in business out there. And maybe you need those big digital boards, while you're speaking, your face is like 18 feet high.
Carry around an electronic smartboard with you wherever you go.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Brio Technologies can do that. I mean, they will make your presentation unbelievable.
The cool thing about it, one of the heads of Brio Technologies is actually out on tour right now with David Archuleta. He did the piano guys for a long time. He's done a huge amount of musicians because there's nothing he can't put together, and he goes all over the world. But he started a company here where you can either purchase all your equipment and they'll install it and put it together for you, or you can rent it if you've just got some big occasions going. But when it comes to lighting and sound and putting everything together, presentation is crucial now, and especially in a digital world. If you don't have the right look for business, it's tough.
Loser.
And the thing is, though, it doesn't have to be extraordinarily expensive. I mean, especially if you want to rent it or if you want to just have it for a one-time thing.
So you could call Brio or just be a loser.
Brio Technologies. I would suggest just calling them experts in lighting and sound. It's brioaudiovisual.com.
I'm sorry. I think the NyQuil's talking.
It's entirely possible.
I think it is. Tell me something good, because I feel like poo.
Well, this is pretty interesting. Nathan Campbell spent 6 months mailing out his resume. He had graduated from college, student debt, but he had the great attitude. He's like, I'm going to do this. And he did the inspiring cover letter and had his little resume, and he had a ton of volunteer work, and he'd been an intern. He's like, I'll get something pretty soon. It's a good economy. Nothing. Literally, he sent out over 300 letters.
And he didn't get anybody a job?
And he got a couple of interviews, and that was it. And he was like, this sucks. So instead, he decided to do this. He got dressed up in a tie, suit.
Okay.
Then he took a piece of cardboard and wrote on it, give me a job.
Oh, funny.
And so he literally stood by the side, the freeway overpasses, where you usually see people, going, give me some change, God bless.
Yeah.
And he stood there with the thing and said,
give me a job.
Please give me a job. After this is hysterical though. So he ended up standing there for 2 days. He got interviewed by several news outlets. A lot of people were like cheering. They were trying to offer him money to like support him. He's like, no, I don't need the money. I just really do want the job. I'm not joking. And he was joking because he said, man, I could have made so much money. On the third day that he was doing this guy stopped by and he said, what was your major? And he told him it was an accountant. And he goes, okay. He said, give me 10 minutes. So Nathan was still standing there. The guy circles around. He came back in 10 minutes with another man next to him in the car. The guy got out, shook his hand, and said, I run in an accounting firm. Why don't you get in the back of the car and let's just go have an interview? So they drove him around. Like they said, is your car by here? And he said, yeah. And he goes, so they drove around in like this 5-mile grid like twice while they interviewed him while he's in the back seat of the car.
Maybe stopped at a drive-through.
Stopped
a cup of coffee.
Stopped back at his car, shook his hand, and said, you got the job. Start Monday morning.
Nice.
I'm not sure whether I like it more that he had a creative approach or the fact that they did the job interview in the car circling around the freeway.
It's a nice marriage, isn't it? Because he's crazy and they're crazy.
See, it all worked out. So congratulations, Nathan. Sometimes you just have to have a different approach.
Christopher's, we're saying thank you for watching. And we really do. We're scared of how many you are. Actually.
No, we're sincerely grateful. We love you very much. And for those who watch on Facebook and do comments every day, we love you. For those who watch on YouTube or Gephardt Daily, or maybe you listen on SoundCloud, thank you, every single one of you. And I get so excited to see your comments every day.
We're going to have you go with 3 of your friends and sit just like these people are now and enjoy. And it's, you know what? It's really classy. It's really elegant, but it's not snobby, which is really good. Oh, what?
Ribeye. Did you see the ribeye?
Yeah, I did.
That was a nice ribeye.
How do you do it?
All right, you can enter to win. We're drawing a winner tomorrow, but as a matter of fact, this is the perfect time. Just make a comment on the show today. You can, if you're watching us on Gephardt Daily's Facebook page, Gephardt Approved, or maybe on the Todd and Erin Facebook page, just drop a comment, say hi, I like Christopher's. I don't care what you say. Just say something so I know, have your name. We draw a winner tomorrow. Boom, you're done. It's that simple.
If only I knew what was going on this weekend. Around the Wasatch Front. If only 2 women, one with an English accent, could inform me about what I'm going to miss because I'll be in bed with a cold.
And perhaps even give tickets for a giveaway so that people could have a free way to go and have fun.
If it only could happen. Next.
Utah credit approval. Bad things happen to good people, but repair your credit and find the car you want at Utah Credit Approval. Just call 801-404-7201. Also by Columbus Travel. Sign up for their weekly newsletter today for some screamingly good last-minute travel deals. You can do that at columbusvacations.com. And also by All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. This is the perfect time to check out your heating system and make sure that you're ready for the cold winter months ahead. Go to allutahplumbing.com. And don't forget 24-hour service.
So, Jeff, you do mortgages, right?
I do.
How do you do?
Well, you go to our website, 4minutemortgage.com, fill out the application. We'll call you within 1 business day. The whole thing takes about a month, start to finish.
We went to the bank.
They got really personal.
I went through all of our personal records and all of our finances.
And then there was that little deal about the $8,000 closing costs.
It took like 4 months.
That's funny. That's funny.
At All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air, we have the best service and the best warranties. Check us out at allutahplumbing.com.
Hey, welcome back. It is the Todd and Erin morning stream. It is time for Weekend Awesomeness with Daisy. Hi, baby.
Hi.
This is going to be cool. By the way, thank you very much for your recommendation on the restaurant this week. We went to Tradition.
Yeah,
the one
did
that's
you
on the
love
corner.
it? What did you have exactly?
It was so good. The beef shanky thing, but they had gnocchi with like this spaghetti
yes,
squash.
I had that. Wasn't it yummy?
Oh my gosh, I've never had anything that good because
Yeah.
I hate squash.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, we're talking. Daisy always goes to the new restaurants because she's hip. So if I ever need something, I always text her first. But if you do need a restaurant recommendation, I would suggest that you check with her on Facebook this weekend because she's the girl.
Yeah, I love restaurants. Did you have pie? They have such good pies.
I did not have the pie. I was not prepared for pie after the whole meal. It was too much.
Yeah, all their desserts are just homemade pies, and then you get them with cream or ice cream or both.
Was that necessary to
So
tell me that
good.
at this hour of the morning?
You
Knowing that's all I'll think about now?
They open for lunch. Just go and have a slice of pie. I'll go with you.
All right, they've got some really...
Let's all go to tradition. I'm just interrupting you.
All of a sudden, there'll be like 300,000 people that are like, we only seat like 50.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
And we'll all like, well, wait, we'll just sit in the
We
car.
just want pie for lunch. We can
That's all.
sit on the grass and just...
Wouldn't that be funny? We could all sit on the curb eating pie.
Oh my God, we could just go to the park because it's right by Liberty Park.
See, it's perfect.
See how I'm planning this?
Pie and park. This could be a whole of... we may have to come up with a girls' event. You know that. I used to do Erin's
that
night
would
out
be
for like
so
16
fun.
years when we were in radio. It may have to be Erin and Daisy's night out.
Yeah, let's do it.
But it involves pie.
I love it. Pie and mimosas.
Right.
If you want.
Is that possible?
You don't have to.
Well, you can also have mocktail mimosas.
Yes.
Either way, we're happy. All right, this is a really good weekend. I'm excited.
Yeah, super fun weekend. Some quite sort of eclectic stuff going on this weekend.
Well, let's start with the pumpkin destruction days. This one's my favorite. This actually started with a group of engineers who had come up with a pumpkin cannon, so they knew how to explode pumpkins at a certain level of velocity and height, which was really exciting to see.
Goodness me.
So they figured at Thanksgiving point, what better to do with all of their pumpkins from the corn belly corn maze, but to cause massive gourd destruction. So this is really entertaining. I know this is really sick, but I used to take the boys down every year, and I'm taking Zoe and Zachy this year because there's nothing more satisfying.
Oh, yeah.
They drop them from cranes. They roll over them in tractors. They smash them with BB guns. They actually do several that they drop from a helicopter, and the carnage goes everywhere.
And if you're angry, do you get one to smash?
There really should be.
Like you can imagine.
I think that could be a
Never
very
mind.
lucrative side benefit, though.
Say, this is my boss's head, not our boss.
Not our boss,
love
because we
him, but
actually
a different horrible boss.
We like Patrick, but
We
yes,
love
if we're another one.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would be different, like Kayvon. That would be something else that would be a lot more fun.
I didn't hear what you said.
It's a lot like it wasn't Sam Kinison. Who was it that used to Gallagher? Who used to hit the watermelons with the big sledgehammer?
yes. Mm-hmm.
That would be delightful.
Oh, that sounds so satisfying, though.
Doesn't it?
So good. I want to go.
You have to admit, you could get a lot of frustration out,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yes.
I
When are
know.
you going?
They do it on Saturday. Actually, they start tomorrow, Friday, and it goes from 10 a.m. to 8:30 p.m., and then they do it again on Saturday. But like I said, they've come up with different ways to torture and demolish pumpkins. It's immensely satisfying.
Oh
You end up
my
with this huge
gosh.
pile.
That sounds
Right?
really good. I've never heard of that. Is that a new thing, or has it
They've done
been-
it for 6 years, and the funny thing is that everyone there's all cheerful. It's like, yay, yay! And if you stand back and look at it, you're going, I'm really cheering on massive, horrifying destruction. And somewhere in your mind, you realize how dark you are, but you still can't go, yay! I'm so good
yeah, and
there!"
you're waiting for how they're going to destroy the next one.
It's incredibly satisfying.
That
I'm
sounds
serious.
really good.
Okay.
I like the idea of
You
it.
have probably less lethal things to do for the weekend, I'm assuming.
Yeah, listen to this.
Yes.
This is a touring show, and it's called, the name of the group is the Petite Palace.
The Petite Palace.
And it's basically, they're touring into Utah, but it's a guy who went to the University of Utah called Matt Morgan, and it's him and his wife, and then some other people as well. And they are bringing this, it's basically, they have two shows. They have a sort of circus variety cabaret show called Wonderland, which is family friendly. That's in the tent. And then they have a late night show called Princess Wendy, which is more, they have two of those shows, and that's more of kind of a grown up
How fun.
evening sort of cabaret. And it's acrobats, aerialists, speed jugglers. They also bring people up from the audience who have special skills.
That's
if you can
so
do funny things
cool.
with your bones or whatever.
What would be your skill they would drag you up on stage for?
I have no skills.
No, you radiate adorableness. There has to be some way to put that into a weapon.
But I have no talents. I can't do anything.
You can't juggle or pop your shoulder out of joint or anything weird.
I'd bring Jay up. He's the talented one. He can do stuff.
That's
you know?
Todd.
You know, when you're just I don't.
Right? I know.
That's okay though.
We have our own talents that are not visible, but are probably there.
Also, I would die if I had to go up on stage and do something.
You're an actress.
No,
What
but-
is wrong with you? What are you even saying to me? You would totally go up there and you would do something epic. You would probably bust out a soliloquy of some kind. Can
maybe
you
it's-
sing?
No,
Really?
not at all.
I would expect you to be able to sing,
I mean, I love singing.
but it's not your great skill.
I'm not very good, but I love it. Maybe I'd sing.
I have most of Edgar Allan Poe's poems and stories memorized, but I'm
could-
not sure
see,
that
you
really
could-
counts.
You could do that.
No one wants to hear the Cask of Amontillado. Someone dies at the end. It's not. There's just really not a lot of inspiring stories from Edgar Allan Poe.
I think that'd be amazing, though, especially around this time of the year.
I have no idea why I memorized them, but I liked them so much. That's probably not really a skill.
No, I think that'd be cool.
That is interesting though, because you're right. People have so many bizarre hidden talents, and you're
Yes.
genuinely surprised until you see them.
Yeah. And it's kind of this show. It's quite an intimate show. It seats 150 people, and they've brought the tent in and everything to town.
Where's it at?
Utah Arts Alliance, and I believe it's outside Utah Arts Alliance, and that is 663 West 100 South, which I can't picture in my mind, but Google Maps can. And
That's all we ask.
It starts tomorrow and it goes through the 12th. So
That sounds like so much fun.
and guess what?
Yes.
Guess what? We have tickets. to
Of
give
course
away.
you do. That's because you're the dark mistress of tickets. It's like you call people with that accent of yours and they're like, okay, sure you can have tickets.
Yeah, I think we can do like 2 4-packs or something like that.
How
so
fun.
if you want to go, I think there's a couple of matinees this weekend, opening tomorrow night. Like, comment, share on our Facebook page, and we will get you set up with that. And I think I'm going to go on tomorrow.
That does sound fun. So the adult show is Princess Wendy, not like adult, I just meant grown up. Or Wonderland is for the whole family. So you might want to mention that when you comment on Facebook, so we'll know which one you wanted.
Yep. And if you
That's
want,
so
if you want to
cool.
buy tickets, I don't know why. I mean, you can go to this, but if you want to go later in the run or whatever, it's thepetitepalace.com.
Thepetitepalace.com.
.com.
Oh, it's so classy when you say it like that.
And then listen to this other free thing.
Yes.
I don't know why, but this sounds like the most fun to me. A fall bazaar.
A fall bazaar.
Because isn't everyone thinking of Christmas shopping now that it's November?
Well, this is once again my thing where I go and I buy all the crafts and then I
Yeah.
pretend I made them.
Yeah.
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 So this is perfect.
Yeah,
Right?
perfect.
Yeah.
It is at Sanderson Center for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing. So you're doing some good.
It's a fundraiser, which is wonderful.
It's down in Taylorsville, 5709 South, 1500 West. And it goes tomorrow night from 5 till 9, and then Saturday from 9 till 5.
Now, the nice thing about this, I've heard it's like Etsy exploded all over the place. They do really well with a lot of donations and a lot of really beautiful handmade things.
Yeah,
So
and
it's a lot
I
of
think,
fun.
I mean, it sounds like it's good. It's not going to be one of those ones where you're like, oh, I'll buy this wizened little gourd or whatever. This We've all been there, right?
Oh, don't you hate it when like it's like a school fundraiser and you have to buy something hideous because it's like you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. You're like, I'll take this.
Yeah, or like when the last cake that's like this tall,
Yes, just like,
my
yeah.
God. But this is good. 50 vendors.
Nice.
Couple of food trucks on Friday night, and then on Saturday there's going to be Cup Bop, which is
Always nice.
have you had Cup Bop?
I like Cup Bop.
Amazing. Pizza Cone Zone. This is also
That is so cool. They make cones out of
I
pizza.
think pizza in a cone. And
Well, how else would you want it?
Waffle Love.
There's nothing bad that can happen with a waffle.
And Monsieur Crepes.
Monsieur Correct. And we're just getting classier and classier. We're spanning the whole European continent for cuisine. That's so cool.
So there's nothing bad about this event at all, I don't think.
Really. I can't help but agree with you. I think it's wonderful.
And there's a kids zone.
Okay, there's a couple of films coming out this weekend, but they're all of no consequence because there's only one film coming out this weekend that matters. One film and one film only. And for any of us who are madly in love with Marvel or Thor or Tom Hiddleston, who's my internet boyfriend, or Chris Hemsworth, who is pretty much everybody's fantasy, it's Thor Ragnarok. Thor Ragnarok this weekend, tomorrow, yes!
Where are we? You have no idea. Hela, the goddess of death, has invaded Asgard.
Oh, I've missed this.
And you and I had a fight recently.
Did I win?
No, I won.
You know, there's one of the cutest stories because I think almost everybody's seen this clip where Thor is out. He's in the gladiator arena and he's ready to go, and everyone's worried and they're like, "So he's gonna die?" And then the Hulk comes out the other side and he goes, "Yes!" And it's like the whole crowd stops going, "What?" And he goes, "He's a friend from work." The sweet thing about that was actually a child from Make-A-Wish wanted to go and hang out on the set of Thor, and Chris is a sucker for kids. He's got twin boys and a little girl, and he goes, "Yeah, he can come hang out with me for a whole day." The little boy was the one who came up with that line.
No way.
It was a separate line. He goes, "You should say he's a work friend." And so that's exactly how they shot it.
Oh my gosh, and that little boy is going to see the film
Isn't that darling?
like 50 times.
Isn't that darling? I absolutely love that. This
is our woman crush in this?
Oh, yes.
Gal?
He is
Gal?
Oh, no. That's Justice League.
Oh, I get so confused.
That's DC
Wonder Woman
Comics.
isn't in this?
Yeah, that's DC Comics, baby. Justice League is coming out, but Thor is
It's
going to
coming
crush
out.
everything else. Kate Blanchett plays Hel, which is basically the goddess who ruled Hell, and she escapes, and she is amazing in this. She eats every scene she's in, because you know Kate's so cool anyway.
Yes.
But she's tall and lethal, and she destroys his hammer, and it's just, I mean, it's an exciting thing. And it got, I believe it's 99% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, amazing.
So basically, there's nobody who does not love this. Even the bitter, hateful old critics. Everybody loves this movie.
So among all the amazing stuff we're doing and you're doing this weekend, you can also squeeze in this film. And
Thor Ragnarok.
You know what I'm going to see this
Yes.
weekend, which I'm excited about? Bad Moms Christmas.
Explain the Bad Moms franchise to me, because I know it's supposed to be funny and I've never seen one of the movies.
I have no idea. I haven't seen the first one, but I love Christmas movies. And Kristen Bell's in it, and Mila Kunis and Susan Sarandon. It looks fun, but I haven't seen the first one. But I feel like it's one of those movies that, you know, there's not going to be an immensely complicated back plot. It's
I'm
basically
guessing no.
just that they're three moms and they're kind of naughty.
I'm guessing there's probably not going to be a lot of deep storyline there. I think you're going to be safe. That's all right. I'm going to go see my internet boyfriend. You can go see the women interacting. That's great. Once again, it goes back to the same thing. You want to see plot development. I want to see stuff blown up.
And
pretty much as always.
everyone is happy.
All right, so once again, if you want tickets for La Petite Palace, and it's and Wonderland and Princess Wendy,
Yes.
and just mention that on Facebook, whether you're on Gephardt Approved, Gephardt Daily, or the Todd and Erin page. And when are you going to pick a winner for that?
Oh, probably around noon today.
Okay. I won't be there because I'll be in the theater watching Thor Ragnarok like everybody else.
Oh, you're going
except for you
today?
No, I'm going tomorrow. I saw the critic screening, but I'll be at the
Oh,
first.
tomorrow. Oh,
I'll be at the first one tomorrow. I'll be the first one in line, looking creepy, probably.
Which cinema are you going to go to?
Probably Gateway.
I love that one because they have cinnamon sugar pretzels.
I know.
It's like heaven.
Isn't that sad when we really do all of our rotation based on the concessions?
Yes. And that's completely true. If a cinema doesn't have pretzels, sorry, you're not getting my business. I have to have my big, soft pretzel.
Let all of you be warned. There will be no Daisy if there are no pretzels.
Oh, no, you didn't.
All right. Did you just say that?
No.
All right. Coming up next, watch your language, liberals. We'll explain. The Todd and Erin Morning Stream is brought to you by Fink & McGregor. Did you know that you can qualify for a mortgage with a credit score as low as 600? Just go to fink-mcgregor.com for more information. It's mortgages made simple. Also by The Vein Clinic. There's several excellent varicose vein removal procedures, but you need to find the right one for you. You can do that by scheduling an appointment at theveinclinic.com. And also by Black Diamond Heating, Electric, Plumbing, and Air. Black Diamond Experts, they also have a brand new office open in Ogden. You'll be glad you called an expert. BlackDiamondExpert.com.
Apply today
and drive away.
Welcome back, by the way. And who asked me where I am?
I thought that's really sweet. No, Misty just said she just got on. She said, "Where's the
Hey,
Todd?"
Misty. I have a cold, but I'm here.
Because you're noble.
No, I'm just, I don't know. Morning Mountain Camp. Should we take a look at the Morning Mountain Cam?
Oh, look.
The lake.
It's almost like dark cam, but now it's a little bit
Brought to you by
better.
Black Diamond.
Black Diamond Experts, electric, plumbing, heating, and air.
All right, so what is this story
I've never
have
seen
about?
this before. It took 6 officers to take down one reporter, and you'll be amazed for why.
Okay, why?
Ready? So, Share Blue reporter Mike Stark was arrested in Fairfax County, Virginia. He was covering a parade that was also attended by the Republican gubernatorial candidate.
Wait, he's a reporter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, so he was standing at the entrance of the parking lot, and there was a big group around him, and the police officer said, "Get off the parking lot and get
Right.
onto the sidewalk."
Right.
Apparently, the interaction escalated quickly, and Stark said, "Well, I'm press."
Because he wouldn't stand on the sidewalk.
Well, there was a section for press, and he's like, "I'm in the section. Here's my credentials."
Right.
I guess it started escalating, and then he said, "I'm an effing reporter trying to do my job," and the police officer said, "Watch your language." And then I guess Stark said, "F this," and then 6 police, literally 6 police, leaped in to take him down. 6 police.
That's the point. I really start swearing. Ow.
6 police took him down.
Yeah. Are they charging
So
him
they
with something?
swept his legs out from under him,
Ooh, that
took him to the
hurts.
ground. 4 other officers approached, put its knee on Stark's head.
Yeah, they do that too.
And apparently, this is interesting. Stark learned the hard way that Fairfax County Code 511 says that if any person profanely curse or swear or be drunk in public, he shall be deemed guilty of a Class 4 misdemeanor. Now, this is the one entertaining thing. When the police were arresting them, one of them said, "Get your effing A on the ground."
Wait, they should arrest him. Citizen's arrest.
Right?
That would have been awesome.
So anyway, watch your
Don't
mouth.
swear.
Watch your mouth, liberals.
Kids, don't swear.
Don't swear.
Don't swear.
Don't swear. Maybe we should just go to Daisy in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom.
Let's
She
do
is
it.
brought to you by Fink and McGregor. If you go to fink-mcgregor.com, all kinds of information about mortgages available to you. You'd be amazed at how many they've got there. You can get one with a credit score as low as 600. Just go to fink-mcgregor.com. Mortgages made simple. Also by To Liberate a Man, you can escape adult addiction for good, showing you the exact steps to freedom in order to reclaim your life, your family, and your happiness. Liberateaman.com. And all Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. If you want to make sure that everything's ready for winter, you really do need to go to allutahplumbing.com and make your appointment. Daisy, my dear, what's going on today?
Good morning, Todd and Erin. Hello again, everyone. Here's a look at national and world news Thursday, November 2nd on GephartDaily.com. Police in the town of Thornton, Colorado say 3 people were killed Wednesday night after an unknown assailant opened fire on shoppers at Denver area Walmart. Police were called to the store about 6:30 p.m. and reported via Twitter that multiple parties were down. Police conducted an exhaustive search inside and outside the store, but the gunman managed to escape. The shooter was captured on surveillance video and is described as a white male in his 50s or 60s. Police say they have yet to determine a motive for the attack. The man accused of killing 8 people in this week's terror attack in New York is talking to authorities, and what he says is chilling. According to a criminal complaint, he's telling investigators he felt good about what he had done and had been planning the attack for a year. Donald Trump tweeted that the suspect should get death penalty, a political move legal experts say could actually pose a problem for prosecutors as the case moves forward. And in other news, an Amsterdam court is banning beer bikes from the city centre. The court ruled the tourist attractions are leading to debauchery and excess noise in the area known as the Dam, traditional home to hookahs, pot stores, and falafel shops. Beer bikes had become popular in Amsterdam, particularly for tourists celebrating group events. They work somewhat like a tavern on wheels, where drinkers sit at benches on a raised platform that can actually be pedaled through the streets. The judges in Tuesday's ruling agreed that the beer bikes were becoming a big enough problem for the city to take action. That's it for now. For more headlines from across the country and around the world, go to GephartDaily.com. And for now, Todd and Erin, back to you.
Thank you, Daisy. Are we going to do the package for all Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air?
I think John is so compelling that we have to. Is it available,
Yes,
gentlemen?
let's do it.
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
John.
It's good to see you again.
Here we are. Your centerpiece
Fall.
tells it all.
It's fall.
It is fall.
It's time to really take care of our home before this weather comes, for the severe possible weather comes.
Let's start outside. Shall we?
Yeah, let's just do a quick rundown.
Okay.
All right, guys. Let's get the sprinklers shut off.
That should have
I did that a month ago.
Right, okay.
My yard is brown. I'm kidding.
And on fire.
At any rate, the sprinklers are off.
Right.
Let's clean the gutters. Let's be careful about that. If you feel like you want to hire that out, get it done. But the leaves get in there and the water and it freezes. It could hurt your roof. And then rake the leaves up outside. You don't have to have not a leaf on your grass, but let's not have clumps. Rake that.
Because it'll kill the grass.
Exactly. It's hard on it. It doesn't really kill it, but it hurts it. And then fertilize.
Oh.
Let's fertilize. Then after we're done with that, we ate a little lunch because you can get all this done
I'm hungry.
in a day.
Okay.
And then let's get the hoses. They're on the hose bibs. Let's get those unhooked.
Okay.
Because a lot of homes have a frost freeze hose bib, but if that doesn't drain properly and it can freeze up in there, next spring, hook up your hose. You're trying to use it, and the whole time it's just spraying water.
All right, so you can turn off the outside faucets from inside. Some of the homes have that.
Some of that.
And then other ones you can buy the styrofoam deals that stick over it.
Which definitely helps. Definitely helps.
Okay.
Now you move inside.
Okay.
Okay, so inside, what are we doing? We're fixing that furnace. Change the filter.
Always.
Let's give it a light dusting. I don't want you guys getting in there, but call me. It's only $69.
Now talk about
we
that.
Come out. Yeah.
You guys, when you guys go through, you're checking gas pressure, combustion air. You're checking the flame. You're checking all the stuff with your computers and making sure it's safe for CO2 and the combustion chamber isn't cracked. I learned all this stuff from this guy here.
That's right.
$69. Can we just talk price for a second?
Yeah, talk price.
Because there's some people in town that are
they are. They're advertising, and I have a competitor that's talking about it too.
About what you
out
believe.
there. What I believe that here's the deal. You're getting these prices that are, I mean, they're so daggone low. They're basically free. Come on.
So $15 are going to come and clean a drain in your house.
Right. Or something like that.
Okay.
Just really, really low. We've all seen it.
Right.
They're sending in mailers and all sorts
And
of
it's
stuff.
not true.
It just isn't. It just isn't. That's a get in your door tactic.
No, I heard
we don't do that.
I heard some of the people, they get paid a commission on what they find wrong.
Yeah, a big amount of my competitors pay their people commission.
That's not.
So they don't make anything unless they sell you something.
They're going to find something broken. They're going to find something that's going on. Otherwise, they don't get money.
Exactly. My guys are paid, and our entire team is paid hourly.
Right.
So they're paid talking to you, giving you a bid, whatever. We come out, we give you a price.
Right.
And with our training, it's don't sell them something they don't need. If they need it, let them know. And of course, we want to be the ones doing it.
Right.
We have great warranties and everything. We want to be the ones.
Right.
But that way, they're not pressured into, hey, I got to sell this guy something.
Right. And that makes all the difference in the world. And you're the one they're going to call back when they have another project to do.
That's exactly right.
All right. So I think we covered it. You think
I think so. I think
right.
everyone's ready. Take
Right.
care of your homes. And if you need us, the number's 801-652-4755.
Or go to allutahplumbing.com. Where's my sandwich?
I'm really in a rut cooking. I really am. You know, there's a turkey defrosting in my our refrigerator.
Yeah, aren't we having Thanksgiving on Sunday before it?
We are.
It's the no turkey zone. Todd obsesses over this every year because he feels like now that we're in Thanksgiving time,
let me ask you a question.
You are forbidden to consume turkey, knowing that turkey will soon be available to you on the most delightful of holidays.
Right. I'm going to ask you a question right now. How many times this year did you eat turkey? What? Did you eat enough? No. Is there a more affordable protein source? I just bought some yesterday for 67 cents a pound. That was on sale at that new Lucky's place. But usually $1.29.
They're not paying for advertising, by the way. We wish they were, but
we
no,
hit
they're
them
not.
up for it. I could bring the turkey and put it right here. It's so cheap, and it's got like a week's worth of meals in it. So anyway, where was I going with this? Oh, so I like advice. I like advice about food and stuff. And they got together, some people, and they decided to let you know what food you should never order. And this comes from past employees at McDonald's.
I actually like knowing that stuff, though, because if you talk to workers in different restaurants, they'll always say, "Don't get that one," or they
Right.
drop that one on the floor. Don't do that. You know,
Yeah.
or always refuse the parsley garnish. Or...
Stay away from the salmon mousse.
So which one is this?
Filet of fish.
At McDonald's? Do not order the filet of fish.
Well, first of all, why are you going to eat fish at McDonald's? I mean, I'm not being snobby here, but if you're going to complain about a sandwich that is square and you think it's fish, which it is, why would you go and eat fish? They're not known for eating, fish making. Popeyes.
It's not their strength, and that's okay. It's not their strength.
This is like
everyone's got a strength. That's not theirs.
Going to McDonald's for fish is like going to a gas station for sushi. It's just not. But they wanted us to know that, and plus, back in the day when they were more popular, people thought they were healthy. If someone ordered it in the car in the drive-thru, they would stop the line.
Everyone has to pull over.
Or they have to do the thing.
It is pretty interesting though, because they were saying there's really they said you're never really sure what you're getting in the filet of fish.
But no,
and they said, and they stay in the freezer for a really long time because no one ever orders them.
Well,
so
they weren't complaining about the ingredients. They're complaining about the fact that it took so long to make, or it lacked flavor, or whatever. Whatever happened to the apple pie?
Oh yeah, those little pies.
Do you remember they used to say, "Do you want an apple pie with that?" I mean, relentlessly. And didn't they go to cherry at one point too?
I think so. I have never consumed one of their pies,
I don't know. The secret of the apple pie, you probably remember this, is you take the apple pie, you take your vanilla shake, and oh yeah, you do. Heaven.
I'm grateful they don't have them now because you've already gotten
Let me
so
do that again
obsessed
for
with
you.
the French fry thing with the shake. And
Vanilla
now it's...
shake. Hot apple pie. Delicious. But now they
Order
have
the
to.
pie, not the filet of fish. I think we've all learned our lesson here.
What'd
Okay.
What'd you just say?
I said I said order the pie, don't
Oh.
order the filet of fish. All right, coming up next.
Come for the pie, stay for the filet of fish.
This is like the most brutal sentence any judge can surely issue on a man. And we'll tell
Okay.
you what it is coming up in a few minutes. The Todd and Erin Morning Stream is brought to you by Fink and McGregor. Go to fink-mcgregor.com for mortgages made simple. Because they're a broker, they have a number of different options they can offer you. Just go through a 4-minute questionnaire and someone will call you back by the next business day and get you on your way. It's fink-mcgregor.com. Also by Utah Credit Approval. Utah Credit Approval knows that there's sometimes the bad things happen to good people and that credit may be hard to repair. But you can apply today and drive away today with Utah Credit Approval. Just call 801-404-7201. And also by All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Go to allutahplumbing.com to schedule a check to make sure that you're ready for winter. And don't forget they have 24-hour emergency service at allutahplumbing.com.
So you're going to go to Alaska. Let's just say you're going to Alaska.
Okay, I'm going to Alaska.
What are you going to do in Alaska?
Well, we went there on our honeymoon and we went to Juneau and we fished. Okay. We fished for halibut, which is essentially like catching a barn door and about as much personality.
If you're lucky.
And then the salmon, which were sleek and bullet-like and majestic, and they fought, and it was like a movie scene.
And there were bald eagles everywhere. I'm not talking like one over there, one over there. I had like 8 of them sitting next to each other.
It was freaking amazing.
And the locals are like, we don't really like them. They crash into windows. They poop everywhere. They do. And
it's the symbol of our country, Alaskans.
Yeah, and they poop everywhere.
So this is basically a list of all the fun stuff to do. The most fun thing to do in every state.
This person who put this together, I think, well, I like this one. In Alaska, you go there and you see something you have to do. You see the northern lights.
We never got that chance because we're in the wrong time of year. But there's nothing like Aurora Borealis. Nothing.
And they swirl softly, and the different colors. I mean, I could sit in a lawn chair and watch that the entire night.
There's nothing more beautiful.
There is nothing
Look at that.
And we all know it's made by aliens, so
It's so
you have
pretty.
that going for you.
Chemtrails, yeah. What else? What are some of the other state ones? Because that one to me is a given. It's like, yeah, I'm there for that. Are all the state ones that much fun?
I hope these are in order. Michigan, what would you do in Michigan?
They have all those beautiful lakes. I guess one of the lakes or something.
Right.
Oh, Mackinac Island.
How'd
Right?
you know that?
Because it's got the quintessential church right there that's in every single picture.
How did you know that?
It's beautiful, and they've got that big old Grand Hotel where they did Somewhere in Time with Jane Seymour and
Are
Christopher
you
Reeve.
secretly yearning to go there?
I would love to go there sometime. It is really cool.
Tell me more about it.
Well, no, it's just
I say innocently.
it's like you've been there, haven't you?
No,
No, it's like they have all
I was
the beautiful,
saving that for us.
They have all the beautiful mansions with the cool little boathouses on the lake. Remember that
Okay.
we've always dreamt of, and
All
and really it's essentially they've deliberately kept it more or less frozen in a certain period of time so that it's like very
no cars.
very atmospheric
No
and
cars.
horses and carriages
Walk
and just
around,
beautiful.
horseback, bicycles.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Okay.
Yeah. What are the others?
All right, Wisconsin.
This is the weirdest slogan I've heard recently.
Hit it.
Come for the cheese, stay for the cranberries.
What?
That's your big push?
I had no idea.
If I were you, you might want to spend a little more money on whoever's coming up with your advertising slogans.
I have 80%, no, 60% of the nation's cranberries come from Wisconsin. East Coast.
I thought that they were
cranberry
from-
bogs everywhere.
Yeah, I thought they were from Massachusetts and Maine.
Wisconsin.
I did not know that.
If you taste them really softly, they taste like cheese.
Now, this next one, I really do want to try, and it would probably kill you
No,
slowly.
I'm not going to do it.
This isn't Chicago. What they're
Yeah.
saying for Illinois, and that's strange because Illinois has got so much stuff, but they're saying the Willis Tower.
Not going to do it.
This is the second tallest building in the country.
Sears Building.
And if you've
Same thing.
ever seen this thing is amazing. It's
no
got
way.
beautiful sweeping views of all the lakes. However, it has also got a clear lucite platform
No.
called the Sky Deck on the 103rd floor, where you can walk out and you are essentially suspended in midair
Right.
over one of the biggest cities in the country.
And my feet are covered with vomit.
Essentially suspended in midair.
No.
I would totally do that.
Never.
Yes.
Never.
Yes. Okay, so what's
Never.
Utah's? Is Utah's pretty
What
cool?
would you think? What would you think? I came through on a family trip back in 19.
What did you do?
We went directly to the Great Salt Lake, and if you remember the old pictures, there was a big buoy, and it said "float like a cork."
That's when the salinity level was as such that you actually could do that, right?
I guess, but I don't remember the smell.
The brine flies.
I don't remember that, except that's what we did. That was one of the things that we did as we drove through. But we did that Great Salt Lake thing.
Well, in Salt Lake City, obviously Temple Square is a gigantic tourist attraction, but I would imagine most people come here now for either the skiing or the outdoors, like maybe southern Utah.
Well, they singled out the hike through the Narrows at Zion National Park.
Zion National Park I think it's the third most visited national park in the
How do you
country.
beat that?
That's pretty beautiful.
That is amazing.
And that's a lot better than the cheese and the cranberries.
See, it's this kind
You
of
really
place.
might want to work on that, Wisconsin.
I've been having a hard time being motivated to walk recently and hiking and stuff. But if you were walking or hiking to end up there, I'd be so in. I'd be in that pond right there.
Isn't
I'd be
that
in that
incredible?
water. I'd be swimming like a merman.
You would make a very handsome merman. So far.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Look at that.
I know.
Yeah, no, that totally
So-
should be there. I agree with that.
So that's what they're saying. We're really lucky. I think we got a lot of great places to go.
At least it's not the cheese and cranberries line. Wisconsin's got to work on that one.
You got a new twist on the trick or treat thing that
No,
has
this
to
is
do with
this
what?
is really funny because this was on Twitter yesterday, and it's a very confusing, complex issue of the definition of socialism and capitalism and communism, and it all started with Donald Trump Jr.,
Right.
who posted a picture of his 3-year-old daughter, Chloe, who is just the most adorable
She
child
is.
you have ever seen. She's looking up, and she's got this huge, innocent face, her big blue eyes and her blonde hair, and she's holding her little trick-or-treat bucket. The kid could not be more adorable. She's
Right.
so cute. And so he writes, I'm going to take half of Chloe's candy tonight, and I'm going to give it to some kid who sat at home. It's never too early to teach her about socialism. There were a couple different reports.
So he's saying take her candy and give it to people who, okay.
Yeah, half of it.
All right.
And then so one person replied back, my man, socialism was her getting the free candy in the first place. You taking half for reasons she can't understand is capitalism. So see, we're still working with the concept of what is what here. And there is another one that was personally my favorite. Ryan Cooper says, I'll take half my kid's candy, store it in a Cyprus tax shelter, and then declare bankruptcy to teach her about capitalism. And then there was another one that was, take 80% of her candy and then give it to the top 1% of trick-or-treaters. And then you know it's like your dad's tax plan.
Oh, my gosh.
It kind of devolved to the point where I was like, I'm not even sure what we're talking about anymore. And yet up at the top was still poor little Chloe with her big blue eyes and her candy.
Yeah.
So
hiding
sad.
her candy from her dad.
Don't take her candy. She's 3. So it was just a funny discussion.
All right. So judges, when they're dealing with protection orders, they can be creative with their sentencing. Their guidelines are really, really loose, right?
Well, and there's different ones. There's some that are maybe just impulse-based where they just are stupid and they can't control themselves. There's some where they're violent and scary and they require more.
But this wasn't a violent one.
No.
This is an annoying one.
Darren Young violated a protection order by trying to contact his ex. So Judge Rhonda Liu meted out a rather unusual punishment.
Okay, so she gets to have some fun with us.
And this was really funny because basically he was ordered in February to stop contacting his ex. But after 2 months, he had called and texted her 144 times.
That's a lot.
So, and that was over the span of 3 hours. So I'm saying to you that probably means she doesn't want to talk to you.
That means he can type fast.
So what he did is, first of all, she gave him a boatload of fines, tons of community service, and then she said this. And she said, this will be the hardest for you because he's glowering. She goes, you harassed her 144 times in the space of 3 hours. You're going to take the next 3 days, and you're not leaving jail until you do. You're going to write 144 nice things about her.
Oh.
He was in jail for 2 weeks before he cracked and started writing compliments.
He'd rather die.
He was in jail 2 weeks before he gave up and started, you have nice hair. And then she leaves and she goes, no, I'm striking that one. I don't think that was sincere. She was, no, I don't believe that one.
You got to do another one?
He had to go back for another 4 days.
I like her intelligence. I like her taste in men, not me.
I just love the fact that I'm not going to do it. He would rather sit in jail for 2 weeks before he finally cracked.
I like orange clothing. Before you do this next story, I have to tell you, I'm a little concerned. We're down here in 106 South, and there's farms here still, or as I like to call them, future millionaires wearing overalls because of the land.
Yeah, they're just waiting for the commercial development people to contact, and they're like, yeah, I'm just sitting back. Go ahead.
So over this direction, I think you know where I'm saying, there are these fields that are just full of pumpkins. They're hundreds, maybe 1,000.
Still a bazillion pumpkins, too.
Now, I know that you can take some of these, and you can throw them into pastures, and the cows will eat them and
cows eat
stuff.
them, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but there's not that many cows. This is a lot of pumpkins, and I just don't know what they're going to do, and I feel bad for the pumpkins.
Well, you apparently missed part of it, which was the entertaining thing was down at Thanksgiving Point, they're having the 6th annual Pumpkin Smash.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Where they basically pick every possible way, every humanly possible way to smash them. I mean, they drop them from helicopters, they run over them with tractors, and there's huge screaming cheers every time. Well, okay, there is one Ohio student, though, unfortunately, who goes to a religious college in Ohio.
Yes.
And they said there'll be no jack-o'-lanterns. We consider this. They said we consider this a satanic holiday. We don't want any jack-o'-lanterns. We don't want any pumpkins. This will be a violation. So Adam Schwartz thought about it, and Alex Schwartz, and he said, so there's a rule against pumpkins in my dorm, but it doesn't say anything about pineapples.
What?
So he created, if you can show the picture, you guys, so he created a pineapple lantern. And some jerk even called like the dorm head, and they came and looked and they went, no, that's totally fine. That's not a pumpkin. Turned and walked out again.
But the devil made him do it.
Look how good that is.
How can a pumpkin be?
You know what? That actually is kind of cool because it's got a certain amount of character.
It does.
Like with the big stem, like the crazy hair.
Plus, it tastes better than a pumpkin.
I'm very proud of you, son.
Very
you did
nice
a good
job.
job. Congratulations.
Now that you're a friend of Beelzebub.
And plus, you got around the university's rules, so they're going to gnash their teeth and they'll have to rewrite the whole thing involving all fruits and vegetables.
And you'll be burning in hell.
For you. because of his pineapple lantern.
Win-win.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget, we'll be drawing a winner for the Christopher's Prime Steakhouse dinner for four, so make sure that you and all of your friends sign up. We want to send you out. None of you ever invite us, but just send us a nice picture of your filet. We'll enjoy watching you.
All right, day quill, night quill, midday quill. That's my thing. Yay. Thanks for inventing it.
We'll see you tomorrow.